Cool. Got the tweet up and going. See what else is going on here. See if the mic should be working. Mic should be going. You guys are need to let me know if the mic is off. The audio was awful on that last video I recorded, and I have no idea why. But so long as sound is coming through and game sound is coming through, I'll take that for today. But how's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Cyber Monday, I guess, today. It has been 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks since the last live stream. Honestly, I needed a break. I needed to get caught up on sleep. I needed to get caught up on some R&R, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been at from the live streams. But starting things off here on a high note, jumping back into the baby account challenge. This is the 12th live stream on this baby account. Let me get out of the pop-up menu here. I am sitting at level 29. I think it's probably maybe only like, I don't know, 20 hours or something put into this baby account here so far. But in order to qualify for gifting this month, it has to be level 40 and have a basic completion in Act 4. Now, currently in the baby account, halfway through Act 4, I haven't touched this since they wound up shortening it. Let's see. I haven't wound up touching it since it gotten shortened. Was it a month and change back? So I have no idea what it's even looking like. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. It's also Cyber Weekend, so I'm just for anybody who's curious. Let's see my progression. I have no idea what I am actually. Where does it say? I am proven or challenger. Proven, I think, right? Yeah. So I'm proven. So the Cyber Weekend stuff for proven is actually insane. It's actually really nuts. Like the stuff here, um, is like big enough to take like a 5-star up to rank 5 or a 6-star up to rank 2, basically. Which is nuts because I have 10 4-stars and what 3 5-stars total. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Hope you guys are doing well. I want to say big howdy to Deani saying, what up? Sarah, what's up, guys? Howdy, howdy. Big howdy to Ben as well. Long time no see, indeed. Good to see you. Volume's a little bit low, but it works. I'll take that for right now. I'll take that for right now. If it's like too horrendous, let me know and I'll amp up the sound a little bit. Dana, how's it going, my friend? What up, Rob? It's been a while since I caught a live stream. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. So it's good to be here. It's real good to be here. So that's the goal. The goal is to try and get to level 40. Interesting. Goal is to get to level 40 before the end of the month, frankly. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I'm not holding my breath, but hey, it'd be cool, right? Let's minimize that. Well, but level 40 ain't easy. Nah, it's not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, and I'm certainly not gonna pull a lot of my attention away from the main account for it. But I mean, heck, that was the secondary purpose of having the baby account is to gift the main account. You know, aside from just playing the game for fun from the beginning again, you know. So let's get at it. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see who my champs even are. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. I had such ridiculous luck. I remember that much. Yeah, let's just roll with that. I need a tech champion. So let's swap out Elsa for Sentinel. Roll with that. Glory Man saying, "Sup, Rob? How's it going?" It is going quite well. Quite well. Let's see. Let's see. Does that help? Does that help things a little bit? Cranking up the mic volume. Honestly, at this point, I really need to just like uninstall everything and just reinstall it. Every time Streamlabs has an update, something winds up, one of the settings wind up getting wonky. We'll see. So if it's just basic completion, I'm going for. There we go. Look for the path with the pot or the revive, and go from there. So this is a cereal stream at all as well. I didn't get a chance to shoot a box of the cereal. It is Pokemon cereal. It's tricks. Pokemon cereal is tricks. So it tastes exactly like tricks. So it's not bad actually because of that. I'm a big fan of tricks, but it's got a little. I'm assuming this is Pikachu. I'm assuming this is Pikachu. It's no marshmallows as well, so it's like tricks meets Lucky Charms. This is the 49th serial stream, I think. So by the end of the year, you're going to have all 52 serial streams in the books and do the big year-end recap, finding out which is the best serial, and then rank them from best to worst, which I'm really excited about. I'm also very interested to see where everything winds up falling. I want to say big howdy and a big happy belated Thanksgiving to you guys too. That is the question of the evening over here on the left. Just asking, how was your Thanksgiving weekend? And there's been a whole lot of talk about, of course, Cyber Weekend and Cyber Deals and all of this and the hullabaloo with all that, but it still is Thanksgiving first. And I just hope that whatever it is that you guys did, whether you were with friends or family or with yourself or whatever, just hope that was a good weekend. Because with the holiday season starting up here, that always can get pretty hectic. So it's nice to be able to have that nice little respite or respite. One of those. The other nice thing, pivoting off of that, is since it's been 2 weeks since the last live stream, there's been a couple of things going on. There's a new Disney Plus show. Hawkeye is 2 episodes deep already. The next episode comes out. What is it? Wednesday. We got a bunch of trailers for Spider-Man. Tickets went on sale today, midnight. Yesterday, midnight today. I don't know, however it works. Tickets are available. That's what I'm trying to go for. I didn't get tickets. I'm not going opening day or opening weekend probably, so I'm just probably gonna have a internet media blackout for the opening weekend and then just catch it after that. But I'm hoping to get tickets after that because I am very excited. I'm told that there's a story here, something with the collector, but I don't know. Each time he shows up, he just goes wah 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 wah. Too long, didn't read. Fred says, "Heyo, Thanksgiving was all right, and kabam today. Can't help but think, WTF." You know, I think having just like one or the other would have sufficed. You know, whether it was the level 40 requirement or needed to have been created prior to, was it the 20th of this month? Like either or, I think would have sufficed, but having both of them kind of, I mean, definitely cuts new players off at the knees, like new players who are going to be coming in because of, I mean, Spider-Man mostly, but Hawkeye even too, coming in for Christmas basically, or the holidays. But it'll be interesting to get a post-mortem for this come January to see how the results wind up being, because at the end of the day, the whole idea is to cut out mercs, bots, and fraud more so. And they've had a iffy track record, we'll say, in years previous. So who knows? Maybe this will be the year, and this is the measures needed to like actually take a big chunk out of that. So one can hope, right? So so even though this is Act 4 and I'm still a baby account, I still feel a little, I think just because of the luck with the champs I pulled, feel a bit OP. Oh. As I eat that easy Iron Man special 2. Well, that's a good sign. Hey, Dom. Domadeus, everybody. Saying howdy, Rob. Howdy, chat. Howdy, Dom. Happy Monday, bud. Happy Monday Cyber Weekend, and more importantly, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. So I am going to not eat a special 2 this time. I think level 40 was too much. Level 30 would be okay. I think so. I think so, because especially at that point, it's just such as a, every level is such a big effort, you know. Allison says you should see my baby account. You'd be impressed. What do you got going over there, Allison? Possibly. We'll still be able to get those alt accounts from Mercs who had started earlier in the year. Yeah, and I think if they bought them up, there'll still be enough that wind up passing the detection, the Kabam detection, that wind up getting past that level 40 cap. Hey, there we go. Sweet. 10 more to go. I'm sure it'll trim some of the garbage, but one thing about the cheaters in this game is that they always find a way to be one step ahead of Kabam. They are persistent. Yeah, seriously. Now, I know they're everywhere, but I mean, just because I'm a big arena fiend myself, that's where I have the most experience with them. And good lord, man, the fact that they were able to bypass so many of the different bot detection bits to place in the top 100 and top 200 for the featured 6-star arena, still, it's ridiculous. So I'm for sure that there's going to be some nonsense, but hopefully not as much. Jesus, what up, bud? Hey, man, how are you? 3 new rank 3s. Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Void, and Professor X. Solid. That is really solid. 3 amazing God tier rank ups. Big congrats to you. Big congrats. Funny you say that. I it's actually really cool because you took up your Void, and I was lucky enough I wound up taking my Void up to rank 3 as well. It's Void open season. He's so much fun. He's so good. Even still, you know, like there's a lot of other champions, science champs now that can do like variations of what Void does, but I don't know. Void to me is like Hyperion basically. Like there's a lot of come on, dude. Thank you. Like there've been a lot of champions that come out since then that try and imitate what the original champ did, but just worse. And that's kind of really what it seems like has happened with Void. Like Anti-Venom's a good champion. He's a good champion. You cannot knock Anti-Venom for being a bad champion. But you gotta do a big song and dance to get Anti-Venom to do what Void does. That's my personal opinion. Same with Spidey 99. Like Spidey 99 I think overall is arguably a better champion. It's just that Void does it easier. Dom sending over $5. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving, Rob. One thing I'm thankful for is definitely your streams. Dom, that means a lot, my friend. That means an awful lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. A very happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And big major kudos for sending over that $5. Thanks, bud. Let's get you up here on the wall of fame. Feels it's cool coming back to Streamlabs, but at the same time it's like let me remember how to do this. Awesome. Push that live. Cheers, Dom. Many thanks, my friend. Many thanks. Daddy Kong saying all hail Storm X. Storm X is a monster. She was I think she was my first, actually, my first rank 3 mutant. I'm hoping someday, somewhere in game, Kabam will allow us an opportunity to let Storm X run wild. Because like she's in a league with Proxima and Star Lord and only a few champions overall, where her damage cap surpasses what's currently possible in the game. Like there isn't anybody with a big enough health pool and not a damage cap yet to test her out with. Her special 3 is just that gnarly. With a full synergy team, it's nuts. Howdy, howdy, Cyber. Good to see you back streaming, man. It's good to be back. It's good to have gotten some Z's and get that little bit of R&R as well. Because I love this game. I love this game. I've been playing for most of the 7 years that this game has been around. But every now and again, in order to fully, truly appreciate it, it's nice to be able to take a step back and be able to come back to it too. Cav with 2 rank 3 5-stars. You can search it up. See, Allison Girl is the name. Rob just casually chugs a gallon of OJ. Orange Kool-Aid, but yes. Definitely yes. Gotta stay hydrated. I also have no idea how to play Sentinel, so that's why. That's why it's less than optimal. But cheers, everybody. Sweet. Cyber saying question of the day. Thanksgiving was great. Saw some family from Puerto Rico that I haven't seen in a bit, so that was nice. Very good. See, that's the best though too. Being able to spend time with family, with friends, and especially those that you hadn't gotten to see in a good long while. We actually got to visit with some friends that we hadn't seen since early COVID days, right? We of course kept in touch and Zoom and Skype and whatnot, but there's nothing that matches as nice and as cool as being able to hang out with somebody in person, you know? So it was really good getting to visit. It was really, really good to visit. Blink. It's a bummer watching people getting ripped off with their champions after those massive grinds. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I'm really hopeful that Kabam is going to wind up doing the right thing and like going back and like banning the cheaters and then reinstating the prizes to people who actually earned them. I mean, full disclaimer, I'm one of them. I missed out on Mangog by 3 places. I was 103 and lost to cheaters there, so I'm hopeful for my own selfish sake, but for everybody else too. I mean, especially for those like gnarly, like almost 200 mil grinds, missing out by 2 million points, something like that. It's ridiculous. Excuse me. So I have to watch your Cyber Weekend Crystal opening, Dom. Been busy with school, been trying so to keep myself spoiler free. Yeah, check it out. Got 6-star Sigil Witch today, so I'm pumped about that. I'm about to rank 3 a 6-star Ultron. What do you think about Ultron? And what sig do you have yours at? Because I've been on the fence about ranking mine up. Mine's sig 40. Because I've got a 5-star that's sig 200 sitting at rank 4. And I want to go with the 6 just because of adrenaline and future potential too. But having a max sig is nice just for like, was it 100% shock reduction? Whatever it is. Grats to him, that Sigil Witch. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Renee saying, "Hey, what up, Rob? Starting a new account?" Uh, sort of. So few months back, I wanted to do a baby account challenge just to see what the beginning game was like, because I had never started a new account. I had never started from the beginning. So I think like within like what the first 20 hours or something, I cleared Realm with 3 stars, a 2-star, 3 stars, and 1 4, and then just put the baby account on the shelf for a while just to focus on the main account. That was before the Grindtoberfest and all that. But now that the gifting event has like the new level uh, cap restriction and then the new progression restriction, I was like, it's time. Let's dust off the baby account, see what's going on, get back into it, and then also see what's been going on for with that whatchamacallit, the where they took off a couple of paths from early game. Some of the house cleaning. Come on, Magic. Come on. Come on. Fine. Trigger limbo, because of course there's going to be limbo. That should be it. Sunspotted popping in saying, hey! What up, Sunspotted? Howdy, howdy. Got a Mystic 1 to 2 gem, so I'm tempted to use it on her. You should. You should. She is very, very rank 3 worthy as well. Alterna's OP, and mine is unawakened, but he does not need it in the slightest. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. Because that's like the tough part about some of the 6-star rank ups. It's like, if you're lucky enough to have the champion, it's like, hey, that's cool. But then for so many, the SIG is so important. Or like a max SIG is so important. But that's really good to know. Thank you. At least you can guarantee Sigil Witch is a dupe. Yeah, it's like one of the few champions that you can. Hey, we're getting raided, everybody. We got a Hobbit raid incoming. What up, Hobbit? Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you for stopping by. And a very happy, albeit belated, Thanksgiving. Appreciate that, bud. How are you? Axe Patel saying Turbo Fart Casserole. Hobbit raid. Hobbit part. Hobbit coming in as well with the Turbo Fart Casserole. Got them extra green beans, I see. What up, peepee? Esmar. Hungry. BBQ. Welcome, everybody. Wells as well. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm sorry, bud. Q? Let's just say Q. Thank you for the raid, all. Thank you very much. Happy Cyber Monday. Hope you all are doing well. I'm Rob vonShoe. If this is the first time stopping in on the stream, I'm running my baby account, trying to amp baby account up to level 40 and time for gifting in a few weeks. And it's, you know, fun playing early game again. It's the first time I've played early game since I played it originally 6 years ago. So the game's a little bit different now. Eagles lay a big old fat goose egg. Ouch. Against the Giants last night, so I am in pain. I'm sorry to hear that. They're hit and miss. I'm a Packers fan myself, and we've had a colorful couple of weeks too, on and off the field. Ben saying actually a 7 to 30-day ban is useless. I knew a guy who murked every champ, got banned for 1 month. Yesterday I checked his profile and saw he was back and had a rank 4 Hercules. Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Just to play devil's advocate for a second, I think Kabam is bound by a higher powers judge and jury system, whether it's like either one of the app stores or Netmarble or something. That being said, I'm hoping that, like, if they do get banned, it's a ban for each infraction. So, like, if a bot runs every arena it'll get a ban for each arena that it bots. But I don't know. It's got to actually happen first, you know. Sunspot saying, want to do an incursion run? I would love to, but tonight I'm just gonna be pushing through story content. But maybe another time. Does the update go live tomorrow? I believe so. I thought it'd be coming up today. But yeah, it should be tomorrow. Because there's only like a day and change left of the story quest, so I would assume so. Hawkeye seems to be a ton of fun with that perfect release mechanic. Yes, I of the two, Hawkeye is the one I'm the most excited for. Joe, I think, is going to be fun as well in his own right, but I also think Joe is going to rely a lot more on RNG. Like you have to get lucky enough to draw the right card and then the right suit, because otherwise it's kind of like, you know, maybe it's good, maybe it's not, like a platinum pool sort of thing, you know. Whoops. Or maybe he pulls a blue card, maybe he doesn't, you know. I'm like, how am I gaining power so fast? I didn't see the energize at first. Beemore says couldn't fall asleep. Saw you, Ron. Wanted to say, sup, Ron? How you been, dude? What up, Beemore? Well, I'm sorry to hear you can't sleep, but I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. Last couple of weeks have been me getting caught up on sleep and just taking a breather too, you know. But it's been nice. It's been relaxing, and it's been it was very well needed, very much needed. So it's good to be back. It's good playing again. But um, but it's been good. It's been good. I hope you guys have been well as well the last couple weeks here. All right, so this one here, I think. No, I actually never mind. I have no idea how much more I need to do to get through the end of Act 4. I'll look later. Cyber's got a Smash Bros tournament this weekend held at my school. Nice. That's actually really cool. Wasn't Nintendo putting on like an officially sanctioned Smash tournament sometime too? Like the first one with Ultimate? Because for whatever reason, Nintendo just can't have fun with their properties and keeps shutting down tourneys. Even like, you know, ones for charity. Been practicing with new two and Terry Beemore. Want to figure out how to get Buster Wolf down. Also been playing a little K Rool. Okay, that makes sense. Smash Bros. Would be a really fun game to play some night too. I am a K is a not K Rool, King DDD main. He's just so spammy fun. PP says, decided not to get that third Odin, and am now listening to you on new headphones instead. That sounds like a wise choice. And that's good too. I mean, it's important. Had a lot of people talking about it beforehand. You had a lot of people talking about it during and all that too. It's a fun event for people for anybody who wants to, right? But there's so much else out there too in real life. So it's like, you know, it's hard not to be pressured into it, but at the same time too, it's, you know, yeah, do what's best for you too. Looking forward to testing those buffs, especially Hawkeye. I've seen some people say it's a nerf on paper. I'd have to disagree, but I won't know until it goes live. Yeah, absolutely, Dana. And it depends too. It might be like Magneto, right? Magneto technically had a bit of a nerf with his kit. It's just that he had so much other cool stuff added to it that nobody really cared. Unlike Hood, say, or even like a Netflix Daredevil, where it's like, yeah, they had a nerf and they got new stuff, but the new stuff isn't super exciting, so it still feels like a nerf. The nerf we're talking about is that Hawkeye's power drain isn't going to do as much power draining as it used to. His special one still does power drain, just less overall. But he actually has more than 2 lines of text now for his description. So there may be a trade off. It may wind up being okay. We'll see. It just really depends on how it plays functionally. On paper, it could sound cool, but in in actuality, mileage may vary. Beamer says, I love Mewtwo and King K. Rool being my main. Terry's a cool character. I don't have that DLC, so I never played him. Went to a Smash Bros. Tourney recently, held near where I live. It's nuts seeing those in person. Like when you get like a pro player sitting down with another pro player and just like beating the ever living snot out of them hyper strategically, it's ridiculously impressive. But I think it's even more impressive for the rest of us that play the game to know that like the absolute level of skill and precision to get to that level, you know? My brother's a DDD main, and every match ends up with me being annoyed. Yeah, yeah, yes, there is a lot of that to it too. Dude's a tank, man. Dude's an absolute tank. And I appreciate the spammy cheesiness of those spinies, but at the same time too, it's such like a get out of jail free card for spacing and really forcing your opponent where you want them. Come on, Mags, fight me, fight me, fight me. Thank you. B Mick G, what up, Brandon? Thanks for stopping by, bud. How are you? Happy Monday. How's it going? Saying I don't know anyone. who used Hawkeye for power control before. Yeah, outside of like early game, I think a lot of it may have to do with just like along those lines the nostalgia factor and the fact of that it's just so reliable too. Like it's the most one of the most easily accessible and most effective power drains in the game. It's just that there wasn't any kit really surrounding it. So we'll see. I'm excited, but again, we'll see. Cyber's really looking forward to Craven. Me too. I'm a little bit bummed out that his traps are debuffs, meaning anybody who's debuff immune or can shrug off non-damaging debuffs can like completely mess up Craven's entire kit. But again, just like Hawkeye, it's really going to depend on how he feels in hand, you know. Whenever I feel like being a degenerate Smash player, I just choose Little Mac. Oh, I hate Little Mac. Absolutely no skill whatsoever. Dude, I hate Little Mac. You knock him off the stage and it's game over, but while he's on the ground, man. DDD is just cruel in a way. Tanky big recovery and the G's projectile being Rule's cannonball and DDD's spiky. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I like to play DK, grab and throw off stage. It's so fun and so cheesy. It is. I just remember the old days of Smash where you just grab somebody and walk off the stage. That's it. Same with Kirby. You eat them and then just waddle off, and that's it. I mean, they fixed it. So the player, you escape or the opponent escapes right before you smash out, but still. Sergeant MCOC says, "Hey Rob, you think my alt, who is currently level 19, can reach level 40 with XP boosts by completing Act 4? Probably not. Probably not. Now, I'm going to follow that up with it's possible, yes. It just depends how far into story mode you are and how many XP boosts you got. Like if you're running XP boosts, I think from like start to finish, and you've got the energy pots to keep refilling your energy to keep going while your XP boost is active, you might. It's going to be a push, but you might. It'll be pretty close. That being said, I definitely think that you've got enough time between now and gifting event to be able to get from 19 to 40. It's just going to be a bit of work. I totally get that, but I think after Hawkeye's buff, he'll be able to lock down opponents very well. I hope so. Especially with some of the fun synergies he has too. Because Hawkeye's he's like Hulk. He synergizes with so many people. And also having a lot of fun with Sephiroth, who had one of the best reveal trailers, by the way. It's true. I think most of the reveal trailers were pretty solid, though. I think the one I was the most hyped for was probably Banjo and Kazooie, but I think that's a lot of just like the character nostalgia more so than anything. But man, kudos to Smash Ultimate. What an absolute unit! Like absolute top shelf legend. Games like that make me really wish they kept going with Mario Kart 8 because they had the Mario Kart had those two big DLCs, right? Where it's four new um, eight new maps and then two DLCs, so 16 maps total. Yeah, look at that, guys. 25, a whole 25 5-star shards. Oh boy. Got a little ways to go to get through Act 4. So I take it back, Sergeant. You might be in good shape. You might be in good shape. Oh, you know, Dana, that's going to be absolutely busted. It's a whole new game mechanic that's going to affect every single character, every single animation, and every single node at some point. There's going to be bugs all over the place. There's no doubt. No doubt. All right, be more. Take care, bud. We'll catch you next time. Rama extended an invite to for Doge. If you'd like a place for the upcoming event, if you're good at it is, no worries. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'd previously messaged Taters about it being a possible alt destination as an affiliate home to Lokians. I appreciate that, yeah. Thanks, bud. Now, while I think of it, I haven't gone through huh, any mail or any events or anything in like 2 patches. So let's see what's even going on here. Well, that's pretty nice. Can open up a couple of crystals off of that. These ones are so busted for my level. Like this whole prize pool right here is just so busted. Friggin' maps 6 and 7 crystals at my level. It's ridiculous. I love it. I'll take it, but it's just so broken. Cyber Weekend, Marvel Insider, Cersei Icarus, cool. I think I missed out on Steve though. Steve the symbiote. There it is. Cheers, bud. Get that special Grandmaster for Disney Plus, which is still going to be like popping up as that red one over here for ages. Where is it? There it is. Oh yeah, by the way, proven. So for an Odin, you get decent, I guess, loot, I guess for this level. Not great. Still isn't enough to rank 5 somebody, but decent, I guess. Eh. So apparently I'm the leader now of this alliance. The one that had just auto placed me in when I created the account. I I am a leader now. Sure. Okay, game. This month nearly pushed me to taking a very long break. What I do to help burnout is take mini breaks from major story content. Yeah, I haven't even. I agree with you there. I'm sorry to hear that you're at that point. Taking small breaks are a big plus, but I haven't even touched Variant 8 yet. I haven't even touched 7.3 yet. Like the 7.4 beta already wrapped. I didn't touch that either. Um, I'll get to it eventually, but I got a video coming out, a couple videos coming out, probably next week. Just doing a recap of the last two Karina challenges I had. And it was the Inhumans one and the Star Lord one. Inhumans was actually entertaining. It was entertaining. Challenging in the right way, but the Karnak buff really helped. Am I like the babyest account here? Yeah, that's funny. That is delightfully silly. Anyway, I forget what I was even talking about. So far, I've gone from level 23 to 30 and just made it to 466. Hey, nice. You're almost there, Fred. You're almost there. Let's open a couple crystals. Why not? That Disney Plus deal is weird. Like, I get it. You know, they're trying to pitch and shill their big streaming service. I get that, but it's just odd. And I wish there'd be a way that you can like just reject the offer and say, nope, there's no chance I'm ever picking that up. No thanks. And then just never see it again. Instead of it lingering. So we get out of map 6 crystals. Tier 4 is a godsend for me at this point. It's ridiculous. So broken. 7-3 King was a ton of fun, though. Best fight in the game, in my honest opinion. Well, that's a lineup, isn't it? Um, Probably Gambit. Because he's got that perfect block synergy, and that might be helpful at some point. Ma's degen isn't awful now, but I don't think I've got a use for it yet. That's what I've heard about that King fight. I definitely want to build up my revive stash again after Karina's. That took such a huge hit. Such a huge hit. But then, yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I like those fun, challenging fights, you know, where it's like you go, you play, you mess up, and you know why you messed up because you played poorly, not because RNG didn't go your way. And that's why I hated Star-Lord. I hated Star-Lords. It's such a BS challenge. Like that far and away is the worst piece of content that this game has ever put out. Easily. Easily the worst. I hated it so much. Dana says 7-3. It was okay, not bad. I enjoyed it a lot more than Variant 8. Not a fan. Yeah, I did on day one. See, well, that's nice though too, because now you did it and now it's done. And now you don't need to worry about it anymore. I think the other part that I'm looking forward to too with 7-3 is not just like doing it leisurely and like having a bit more fun with it. Because for 7-1 and for 7-2, I went Legends. Missed out on 7-1. And thanks to the cheats, I wound up getting it 7-2 as part of like, I think it was like 106, something like that. So I missed the top 100 spot, but because they opened it up because of people who took convenient trips around the world and they couldn't remove the possibility that it actually was a legitimate trip around the world. That's how I wound up lucking out into Legends. But like when you're doing a Legends run for that content, it's just go 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 go. You study other people's videos, you strategize, you make your plans, you set your timers, and then it's just execution. You know, you aren't paying attention as much to the fight anymore at that point as it's just executing in the most time efficient way possible. And on one hand, while it's nice to get the whole thing done in like 10 hours or whatever, you don't enjoy it at all because you're just a machine. And it's all it's even though they changed it where it's you've got a full 24 hours to do it, you still have like you sit down in a chair and you just knock it out and you don't get up. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice, is what I'm saying. Ooh, we got the mystery fights. Reaper stopping by saying, "What up, Shoe? How's it going, Reaper? Hope you're doing well, brother." We got some interesting news. Uh-oh. I have a new 6-star Nebula, I-Bomb, and we got 5-star Hercules and Penny Parker. And some other interesting pulls as well. I like interesting pulls. The first ones that you listed there are pretty fire, so sounds like you had yourself a good time. Do the lasers. Text that. Easy peasy. You think they'll add Weapon X in the gifting event now that they've shelved the Legends run? They did say that they were going to look for new ways to bring Weapon X into the game. If they do, I hope it's just the 5-star version. Like, I really would hope that the 6-star version stays exclusive to Legends, just so Legends has that that trophy to go for. You know, kind of like how Labyrinth Ultron is only in Labyrinth, right? So if you want to have like a 5-star Weapon X as part of gifting for other people to get, but still have like that trophy option available too, I think that'd be pretty cool. Or better still, that there's some new champ that nobody knows anything about. Because at this point, I mean, Kang and Thanos as a trophy 6-star is cool, but this is like what, the third year, fourth year that they've had a 6-star version of them in the gifting crystals. And it's not like they're good champions in the first place, you know? It'll just be interesting to see. You know, whatever the rewards wind up being for the GGCs, it'll be interesting to see. Use the generic awakening on the 5-star Hercules, stuck in the 345. A definitely good use for that gem. Hercules is easily one of the best champs in game and is so broken with his awaken ability. Most wanted 5-star at the minute is 5-star OG Wolverine. He was in the last featured, I think, right? So hopefully he makes another return for the next 5-star feature. They got, you know, OG Scarlet Witch in the featured right now. Hopefully Wolverine comes back around. I'm still hoping for OG Daredevil. That's my chase character, OG 5-star Daredevil. I got the 6 duped, but the 5-star is where it's at. Or better still, they make Incursion champion crystals selectors instead of the stupid RNG nonsense that it's been. Perky cheese. That's funny. That's funny. Especially as a horseman, yeah. You have 5 points in deep wounds. Dude just absolutely melts. Absolutely melts. Or you take him to incursions, and there's that one node where every time you proc a bleed, you also proc a power sting. Dude, OG Wolverine becomes such a power sting god with that node. It's ridiculous. Better than Spider-Ham, almost. It's insane. Jacob popping in saying, "What's up, Rom? What up, Jacob? How's it going, bud? Good to see you. Happy Monday." I have a new love for Hercules, to be honest. His 120% burst damage is freaking crazy. Yeah, you pair him up with OG Thor too. They give him that perfect block, and honestly, dude just doesn't die. He does not die. He's ridiculous. Like the only champion I think that's could be better than Hercules is Kitty Pryde, just because of her phase at when she's awakened. But it's been an insane back half of the year for champions. 2021 started off awful. It started off awful. Like the first 2-3 months of champions were just bad. And then we got Strife, and then Strife was pretty cool. And it's like, hey, that's okay. Then you got Mr. Negative and Shang-Chi, and then it's like, hey, okay, there we go. And it's just been like a roller coaster ever since. Uh-oh. Well, that was lucky. That was lucky. So I'm bummed out that I didn't go for didn't get Cersei. Cersei I think would have been a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing as the 3-star Cersei. I don't care much for Icarus personally. He looks good. His 6-star cutoff was 174 million points. He doesn't strike me as a 174 million points kind of champion. And we'll see what Craven does. Looks cool on paper, but see how he handles in hand. Piva says, try any new cereals lately? No, I've been holding off on cereals for the cereal stream. So tonight I got Pokemon cereal, which is just tricks. It's got Pikachu in the box, but it's tricks. It's just straight up tricks. Come on, Cap. They've got, I think, 2 more cereals left to round out the year. So I'm gonna be doing some Christmas themed ones now that they're in stores, and then rank them. Rank a year's worth of cereal. It's gonna be good times. Just completed Act 4. Still have 9 levels to go. Ah, dude. Good luck. Icarus is Hyperion Light. Yeah. So if you got a Hyperion and he's ranked up, cool, you're good. I'm debating if I should take my 6-star I-Bomb to rank 2 unawakened. Depends on what capacity you want to use them for. Like, I-Bomb's Awakening is a real nice to have, but again, it really just depends on what you want to use them for. Like, if you want to use them for his poison immunity, or poison resistance, I should say, yeah, definitely good unawakened. If you want to do some good bursty poison damage, he's still good unawakened. But the awakened ability, I think, is for longer sustained poison fights. And at that point, I think it's more a debate between I-Bomb and Diablo. Just with Diablo's buff and him being as nuts as he is with poison now, too. Now, I'm not reading the story at all. I'm not really interested in the story, to be honest. But each time the collector pops up, it seems like he's like fanboying, simping for Maestro. Maestro's good, Maestro's strong, Maestro's the best. I'm like, my dude, calm yourself. It's gonna be okay, bud. It's gonna work out. I'm getting the next 6-star featured every chance I get till I get null from it. You and me both. I'm saving all my 6-star shards till the next one in a month and change. And that'll be the interesting thing, though, too, because Icarus should be the last champion that, you know, will need to round out a full crystal, but the crystal isn't going to come out till like almost a month after Icarus is out of Arena. So it makes me wonder if they're going to throw Craven in there as well, because if they don't, Craven isn't joining the featured crystal till like summer of next year. We need Lady Bullseye. We need Bullseye and Lady Bullseye. The Electra version of Daredevil would be pretty cool too. All of those, please. Now, I haven't read a whole lot of that run where Electra took up the costume and the mantra for a bit. But I saw the key art, and that costume looks pretty badass. Not gonna lie, I am quite a fan of that costume. Noah is my most requested champ, and now he's my most wanted. Yeah, especially at a 6-star level too. You know, 5-star is cool, but 5-stars nowadays uh, don't hold up as well, especially in a lot of the modern content. You know, for like Cavalier difficulty, they tread water. In Act 7, they work, but you got to play perfectly all the time. Unless you're like one of those broken beyond god tier champions, but even still, perfect play. Oh, oh, they don't have a special 3 yet? Man, what a joke. And that's why I think it's interesting. I don't think 5-stars are a dead rarity yet. I don't think they're archaic in the way that 3s and 4s are. But I think it's close. I think it's really close. For up and coming players, 5-stars still have a place, but like if you want to play a high level of MCOC or an end game level of MCOC, even, I think you'd be really hard pressed to fit a maxed out 5-star in your squad, unless again it's a beyond god tier champion, and that just works just by the very nature of their kit. Madrix popping in. Howdy, howdy. Got my mini from level 31 to 34 today, just grinding Act 4. Plenty of time. Yeah. Yeah, that's the nice thing. It's a nice thing that they let us know now. So, still give us a chance to get the last few levels, right? Or the progression. be tempted to wait for the next featured. Spidey 99. I mean, his crystals are coming back in the store here in a couple weeks, and then his basic arena is in a what month. So there's definitely ample opportunity to get him again. But I mean, the next featured crystal is going to be absolutely crazy. You got Nimrod, Kitty Pryde, um, Icarus, Cersei, and then Null with Anti Venom. Plus, whoever else they want to throw in there is like the special razzle dazzle, not Medusas. So I doubt they put Hyperion in there, just because Cosmic is already so heavily loaded with the features. But could be pretty good. Could be pretty good. Patrick says it's kind of like a side event. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Over the next 3 weeks, get to level 40. Exactly. Exactly that. And that's the I was gonna say the funny thing though too. It's not funny. It's a curious thing that the level 40 is the hard part instead of just like finishing Act 4. It's getting up to that level 40 bits so you can even send stuff in the first place. Okay, good. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll probably throw some champs into AQ every now and again. Now that I'm grinding to level 40, I'll definitely be logging in more often, but there very likely will be days where I don't log in at all. So that's good to know. That's real good to know. Thank you. Speaking of Doge and crypto in general, Doge I think had a pretty good morning at least. It was up for a bit. And Sheeb has been coming back like crazy too. Sheeb had been down significantly for the better part of the last month, and then the last couple of days it's starting to bounce back a little bit. Yeah, Doge was up 7% today, six and change. It's just fun to keep track of. Level 40 is way overkill. You're gonna have to complete multiple paths in Act 4 to get it. Yep, and that's assuming also too that there's probably some XP boosts involved. I think this whole thing with grinding, for me, this is just my own POV. The whole bit about grinding out level 40 is going to be a lot easier now that I'm not doing featured arena. That having been said, I have no idea who this week's featured champion is going to be. Whether it's finally going to be the buff arena, or if they're going to do another, like, this week's champion is Blade, or Nick Fury, or, somebody crazy like that. That being said, I think those are the only two champions that I would remotely consider. I think it's going to take you till 5.2 more or less to get to level 40. Yeah, assuming you don't go. Actually, Danny, is that assuming that you 100% Act 4? Or is if that's just like straight completions? Rob, you're doing the crypto stuff? I need tips. Uh, Tip one, every time you sell crypto, you're taxed on it. So be mindful of that. Step two, if you're on Robinhood, don't pay attention to the graphs or the charts because they're inaccurate. Pay attention to the numbers. And even still, the numbers are not always 100% accurate. It looked like stuff has been waking up for the last week. So if it was something you're considering getting in right now, do your homework. Do your homework. Last thing you want to do is get in right at the tip of the euphoria stage, right? See your investment gain like 2-3% and then watch it crash like 40. There's definitely opportunity out there. And obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't offer any advice or any of that. But speaking purely in hypothetical terms, because the last thing you want to do is what I did, right? I was like, this is months ago. I was like, hey, Doja's taking off. This is something I should pay attention to. Oh, what's this? Elon Musk is going to go on to SNL? Ah, now is a good time to invest. And that that didn't turn out so great. So definitely do your DD. When I did my alt last week, there was a 75% XP boost for 3 days. That was on top of the 30% or whatever there was. Nice. Shot up to 40 after a few days of doing some grinding. Now I'm just casually coasting. 75% for 3 days in the special tab for 200 units. Okay, solid. With the anniversary, I wonder if they're going to come out with another one of those gold XP boosts as like the summoner appreciation. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I can't dex to save my life apparently. Because if they have one of those like global XP boosts as well, that would be very nice. Very timely as well. Oh, there was boss. Oh, okay. I was all. This seems to be a chunky fight. Interesting. At least these fights have nodes. Finally, like not particularly interesting nodes, but at least they have nodes where they modify the fight a little bit, make it mildly more interesting. They always do, but someone was concerned they didn't mention it at all for a global boost. Yeah, I need to go back and read over some of the patch notes, but it kind of seemed that way, didn't it? Or like they were just mildly alluding to a bunch of the different things going on next month, and there would be like a follow up post later on. I'm hoping. I mean, overall, I think it'll be an interesting month. You know, I I think 2021 has been a very interesting year to say the least for the game. A lot of highs, but a lot of lows. They didn't mention anything at all about masteries, mastery changes, relics, any of that, which is something that they had originally said that they were going to be introducing this year. So it looks like that's going to be a 2022 thing at the earliest, unless they throw us all a curveball. I'll just save the alts for next year's gifting event. There you go. I hope they don't mess around with it too. Because I swear, last year, Kabam Mike all but greenlit the use of alt accounts. Either he didn't say it like verbatim, saying like alt accounts are welcome or encouraged, but it was abundantly clear in what the messaging was is that they're like, yeah, you can have alt accounts. We're not going to do anything about it. It's not against term of service. If you want to, or want to have as many as you want, go for it. Which I thought was pretty interesting. Doink. I have a baby account that I haven't used in a while. Only log in, and it's level 37 with Act 4 straight completion. Well, there you go. Well, see, you're set. I shouldn't even worry about it. They don't have special trees, so let's have some fun. BG is gonna cry if they don't have one, especially after not opening his crystals while he was busy with that new account challenge. Still can't believe he didn't do that. Yeah, like I kind of, I can understand. Like you get so wrapped up in keeping track of everything else going on that some things wind up slipping by. Like I get that, but at the same time too, especially for him, every last bit of that makes such a huge difference. Excuse me. Poor BG. I've already seen him getting a lot of flack for this whole bit with the alt accounts. For the video that he put out, just breaking it all down. Actually, if I'm just doing straight completion, then let's not waste energy here, shall we? And to that I say, to BG, we need a MCOC version of "Thanks, Obama." And so that's what I propose. Thanks, BG. Where it's semi-sarcastic, but also tongue-in-cheek. Alright, alright. Doink. I don't know if I'm set, Rob. I don't want to grind 5-1 and 5-2 for the gifting event. I don't have the time. I thought it'd be good as it was. Yeah. It depends, I suppose. It depends how many units you're talking about. Like, if you're going to be sending yourself over like 4 or 5 GGCs, probably not worth it. But if you're going to be sending yourself over like 10 or more, eh, maybe. Maybe. Come on, my dude. Because all that does, I mean, wind up adding up and making a difference, especially for the score. For both you and for your alt. Shot up to 45 million after the boost and have been hovering around the 30 mark for a while. Mm-hmm. It adds up. The gold boost is huge. It's absolutely huge. Like, I think the bonus gold I wound up getting from that last one was enough to cover like 3, 4, 5, or 3 or 4 ring 3 6-stars. Like, it was nuts. I mean, granted, I had been hoarding for like half a year, but it's nuts. I was really hoping they'd have been doing the 2821 epic shards like the 2821s last year. I was hoping to get another shot of the 6-star Kitty Pride before waiting for the next featured. Have they come out and said specifically that they're not doing it? Because I haven't heard definitively that they aren't. Those epic shards were amazing. Like, that crystal was probably one of the best crystals that they've done outside of those Cav Nexuses. Like, that, I'm sure that made them so much money. And grats to anybody who wound up getting stuff from them last year. I got completely stunk out. Man. But that would be pretty wild, actually. Let me look at that. Well, as soon as I'm done with the Adaptoid here. Because there were a lot of champions this year that I wound up either just passing on outright or because the arena was so nuts, just didn't even compete for. Yeah. Yeah, it would be fun. It would be fun. Like, there's some champions that came out this year that I forgot came out this year. And also, not that I didn't remember that they were in game, because, you know, I fought them enough to know that they're in game, but like Jubilee, for instance, or Mangog, or Purgatory, even Silver Centurion to a lesser extent. Scroll, I know Scrolling, no, just because he is such a meme. But the others, it's like, oh, oh yeah, that's right. Interesting year. Ben says, Rob, how do you have so many fives in the baby account? I have 3 5s, I think 4 5s. It was just because I luck out with lucky, lucky me. I luck out with the events. So um, so I get a bunch of shards from the whatchamacallit, like the event stores and whatnot that offer them, and for the login calendar, whatever the summer thing was. It's not because I get the shards for doing completion of story content or monthly quests or realm. It's strictly for like the monthly event bonus stuff that they give. So that wound up adding up. And I think there was an ultimate crystal there too, and I lucked out getting that 20% chance for a 5 star out of that. So that's how I got the last one. Just luck. Just straight up luck. Sim popping in saying, hello. Well, howdy, howdy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Would be interesting if we were to get the man spider version of Spider Man. Yeah, that could be the mutant version. That could be the mutant version for sure. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen a mutant version of Spider Man yet or a mystic version of Spider Man yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, but because they want to make one of everybody. Ah, bummer, Dana. All right, Cyber, take care, bud. Get some good Z's. We'll catch you next time. A lingering power sting. That's fun. What is the easiest way to level up? My mini is at level 37. What content do you have yet to do? Because if you got like content to do, whether it's story content or monthly quests or any of that, that's going to add up a lot. And then especially too if you've got XP boosts to be running XP boosts while you're doing that new content, that helps a lot as well. You can get a lot of story content done in that time frame. I think they'll buff Root by the time they make Guardians 3. Yeah, especially now that Root is officially canon in game now, you know? It's kind of like how Morningstar had the first, um, not crossfight, but the, whatchamacallit, persistent charge. And then so many champions, like immediately after Morningstar, wound up having those as well. I think it's going to be the same thing. It's just like a watershed sort of bit. Where it's like, all right, now the floodgates are open. Now everybody's gonna have root of some sort. Buddy Lee popping in and saying, I see how it works. You joined for Loki and now you just ignore me. Yeah, bud. Sorry. You just specifically. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Buddy, it's always a pleasure, my friend. It is a pleasure. It's good to be streaming here again. Back at it. Because, now we can hang out and chat and say howdy. But I hope you're well. I very much hope you're well. And having fun with with the war we got going on right now. I gotta say that I think was the biggest night and day difference about joining up with For Loki, as opposed to my old alliance. Where my old alliance, we like to sit back in war till till the second day, and then do a big push just to see what the opponent does, and then kind of strategize around that. And here in For Loki, it's the exact opposite. It's like, cool, war's up. Let's get this thing done as soon as possible. Shock and awe. So it's like, oh hey, we're 5 hours into war, and we're just about done. It's cool. It works both ways. But like for the first week, first couple wars, it was like, oh, okay, this is different. Command skipped the Groot and Rocket variant, so maybe they have something planned for Groot's buff. Hope so, and Rocket too. I mean, I know Rocket's already gotten a buff before, but I mean, I can hope he would get a buff again later. From what I gathered, it's going to be a lot of Act 4 exploration. It's more efficient based on energy cost and XP. If that's what it takes. Oh boy. Well, like we were saying earlier in the chat, thankfully at least there's time to do it. Boink. What? Bummer. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's burn off the energy here. I came from an alliance where we hardly did any planning. Now is a big difference for me. Bless those BG leaders, because that's a lot of work. Yes. Yep. Constant moving dominoes, especially after a big weekend like this one, right, where everybody has new rank ups, and how those new rank ups could wind up factoring into an alliance war defense and an offense, and then especially going against other opposing alliances with all of their new guys that you know we don't have any intel on yet either. That's a lot. That is definitely a push. So kudos, major kudos to them. I feel like there's less pressure when you're concerning yourself with the other alliance's progress, so I like going in early as well. You can see both sides though. Yeah, and then the other big plus too is that if you need to make an on the fly adjustment, like if for whatever reason somebody winds up either going AWOL, or life happens, or or especially some sort of kabamery, that you're already covered because you already started in, you're already well on your way, and you bought yourself that much extra leeway at the end of it, as opposed to binging and rushing everything at the last minute and being susceptible to life and nonsense. So I definitely appreciate that, because there's always something. Fix that. Fix that. Come on, bud. Pew, pew, pew. I certainly have noticed how much I miss the damage masteries here. Because I always wind up running double-edged. And even just without that, fights just feel like they go for so much longer. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, guess I'm going this way. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, excuse me. Boink. Boink, yoink. Pew, pew. Love those armor breaks. Get in there. Get in there. Buddy Lee, bedtime. Have a good night, Rob. Hey, you too, buddy. Get some good Z's. We'll see you next time. I'm not long for this world either. Gonna dust off Storm, polish off the Moon Knight fight. And I think that's a good place. I think it's a good place to call it. Ugh. Let's see what nonsense Moon Knight does. I don't even have any idea what phase the moon's in right now. So that's a whole nother level. Well, YOLO. Nope. Ouch. Ouch. What the heck? My dude. Alright then. I have to assume that Moon Knight at this point has a special tree activated. They wouldn't go this long without having a boss have that active. I would hope. Come on. I think at this point it's just trying to bait out specials and then executing. But only if Moon Knight here, Moon wants to play ball. So hopefully, hopefully. Come on. I'm sure there has not been a change to enemy AI anytime soon. Because I'm sure we would have heard about it, either officially or unofficially. But whether it's Act 4 right here, or like the new AQ, these bots are just playing so passive. So passive. Come on. Come on. Come on. Or at least it feels that way. Maybe I'm just being impatient. Beautiful. There we go. Shang-Chi for the win. Haven't gotten a special 3 thrown on me anywhere up to and including Act 4 this whole time. Yeah, that's good to know. Once I figured that out, I just pushed him without a care. It it does change. It changes so much. What quest are you on right now? This is 423? 424? So we're moving along. Just hit 31, so that's a level and change. Level and a quarter, I think, tonight. Yeah. I'm making progress. We're making progress. I'm feeling good about it overall. And again, still ample time. Ample time. Alright guys, here's what we're going to do, and it is a staple of the channel here. We're going to be doing two things. First off, I'm going to be opening up a crystal just for kicks, just for funsies. Let's open up that 4-star right there. But let me see if I need to go for a mutant, or if I need to go for a basic. I'm leaning basic. No, I should go mutant. And then hope for a good mutant. Do that. And while we're at it, as this is going to be spinning out, let's go say hey to BG. Got a link right there, hashtag Rob Von Raid. If you guys want to guess who's going to pop out of the crystal here, that is always fun to do as well. But as this is spinning out, thanks for hanging out, everybody. This has been the Monday cereal stream edition, chowing down on some Pokemon cereal. Well, thank you guys for watching. If I could trouble you to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel grow, and I do very much appreciate it. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to catching you guys then. Same time, same place. Give us a quick tap. And today's 4-star is not a mutant champion. Ugh, rough. All right, guys. Let's go say hey to BG. We'll see you next time. I'm Rob vonShoe. Till next time, everybody. Take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. Be well all. Bye for now.